Hey readers and listeners, welcome back to HCTV. I'm Tuan Tran.
I'm Sophia G.
I'm Kathleen Armitage.
I am Dustin Schumann.
I'm Gio Contini.
I'm Shania Patrick.
And this is HCTV.
On this show, we talk about updates from Holy Cross and Student Council, have laughs, discussion, and we'll continue our story.
We hope you enjoy our last episode.
This is HCTV.
Readers, before we start, it is with great sadness that we announce that this will be the last episode of the season, as well as it will be the last episode with Shania and I as regular host.
We want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for watching and supporting us along this new journey.
Indeed we do. And thank you, our favorite little hosts, for being here.
Little.
And not the little part. I gotta say, you guys are... well, not the little part, guys.
Just continue with it. Just
No.
Maracas.
I sense I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Should
I'm gonna go drink some water.
Should we try again?
Nope. Just
I
keep
need to
going.
replenish my fluid.
No, just keep talking. Just go.
Raiders, endangered humpback whales gain new protection in Pacific Ocean from the U.S.
I
This
can't
is
do
an
this today.
What?
I can't do this today.
Okay, well, you know who is going to do this today?
The humpback one.
No! The U.S. administration, as they've announced that they will be officially protecting 116,098 square nautical miles of the Pacific Ocean as critical habitat for 3 populations of humpback whales. So this means, no fishing. That's all I saw. But they're protecting the area around it. And they're trying to bring this rare species back to life by providing the protection that it needs. That's all that I have for the summer. I thought that was pretty good summer news because water, beachy. Everyone likes to go to beaches.
So, listeners, for our last episode of the season, we wanted to go out with a bang. This week, we will be congratulating Tuan and Shania, as well as celebrating their legacy that they will leave behind.
Woo!
Woo, woo,
So, first question we want to get in and ask is, what has been your favorite council-related Holy Cross experience, and what has been your favorite non-council-related Holy Cross experience?
Shania, you want to go first?
No.
Okay, then.
Still thinking.
My favorite council experience would definitely be the podcast or the time capsule. As you know, both of those activities we did with a large group of for the time capsule we did with a large group of council members, and it's something that will be remembered for years to come and for people to enjoy later on in life. So that's one of the favorite activities I've done this year, as well as this podcast with you guys. It's all been a wonderful experience, and every second that we talk and we joke around and we have these fun times, it's it's rewarding, and it's a great experience. And for non-council related experience, probably winning the film festival with Gio. That was an incredible experience, especially for Gio's first film competition. It was an honor for me to be able to work with Gio and create this beautiful piece of work that was able to be showcased on television, and it was a really fun process. So that would be my favorite project this year.
That's very sweet of you, Tuan. Thank you very
Did you
much.
also answer the second question?
Yes.
Well,
Okay. I'll go ahead then. I think that my favorite council-related experience would also have to be this podcast. It's been a great time. I've loved filming these episodes with you guys. I love our conversations. I love everything about it. So yeah, definitely this podcast. And my favorite non-council related experience would have to be the New Orleans trip with the band in 2019, 2018. I don't remember.
So
when
it's
we
not
went.
winning the film festival with me.
No,
It's actually
Wow.
not winning the film
Wow.
festival.
but we went to New Orleans for the band trip. That was super fun. So I'm going with that one.
That's really cool.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Dustin.
sharing.
Thank you.
Did you go to New Orleans in grade 9 or grade 10?
Grade 10.
Okay, so
Wait, how do you get to the field trips? What do you have to do?
Well, it was a band and
Right.
choir thing. So,
Walk.
like if you were in or choir,
swim
then
there.
you signed up.
Okay, so if I want to go to New Orleans, I need to be. Maybe I'll join the band.
Can you play anything?
I want to expand that too. What has been your favorite project you were ever involved in at Holy Cross? Just ever.
Shania?
I'll go. Okay. I think I have two. So, two of them, one of them was OCSLC in 2018. That was really fun. That was actually a Senate thing. Niagara Catholic was hosting it that year. It was really fun. We planned this whole event where we brought in all of the Catholic secondary schools from across Ontario, and we had a lot of fun. We did some workshops, and we just got to like know each other and like bounce ideas off of each other. That was super fun. So OCSLC, and I already forgot my other one. Oh yeah, Senate this year, the mental health morning. That was super fun too.
I guess it's my turn, eh?
I
Favorite
guess
project.
so.
Favorite project or favorite activity? Probably competing in some of the film festivals, like the Skills Ontario Challenge.
Was
For
pretty
video
fun that we
and
won
for
too.
photography, that was a pretty fun challenge, and um, it was a pretty fun experience to be able to do what you love, especially in a competition, and compete against high schools in Ontario, high schools in the Niagara region. So that was really fun.
And who
And
was it that won that again? Who won that?
not me,
No, who was it that won the recent one?
the photography one.
Who was
Not
it that
me.
won the film festival recently that went on CHCH's website in the news?
Beats me. Don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, all these little film, as well as all these little film projects we do with council, all these videos and stuff like that, these motivational videos, especially this year. They were all great projects to work on, and they gave me experience and knowledge, and ultimately I had tons of fun with a lot of council members. So yeah, the video projects, as well as the competitions, those were probably the best projects I was involved in.
What?
It's just so true. I'm really just agreeing with him. Thank you for your wise words.
Okay.
Okay.
If you were a teacher at HC, what class would you want to teach?
Math. Probably
That's awesome.
data management. That was a really fun class.
Wait, but like you have to say what grade too.
Yeah, data management, the grade
Okay.
12.
Grade 12.
For me, probably one of Quinn's class.
Done talking, Twad.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, data management was just a really fun class. You learned a lot of really cool concepts, and a lot of them are like really relevant to real life. Like sometimes you're in math class and you're like, how does this apply to the real world? A lot of data management stuff is like really relevant. And so I just found the content really interesting. So that's why I want to teach data.
Interesting decision.
Very interesting.
I know. I wouldn't.
Well, for me, if I was a teacher, I'd probably teach one of Quinn's classes, either yearbook or Comtech. Anything to do with like media, I would love to teach, and also to see like different students' approach to things and different techniques or skills, or how students create a project. That's always interesting to see other people's works, and so that class would probably, like one of those yearbook classes or Comtech classes, would probably be a class I would want to teach.
That is a very fun sounding class, as opposed to Shania's decision,
That's
which
right.
I would have to disagree with.
I would like to have both as teachers though. Like I would want math with Shania and I would want tech with Twan.
Yeah, but then Twan needs to become a famous director.
True. It's true.
Set up a
He's
master
famous
class.
filmmaker.
I think Shania would be a good math teacher.
Shania would be a good any teacher, to be honest.
On that note, Raiders,
It was a bet. It was a bet
what
because he
is
was like,
something? What is one life lesson that you guys want to share?
Shia?
Okay, I'll go first again. I guess the life lesson that I want to share is that everything that you do can be a learning experience. Like even if it's something really bad that happened to you, you just didn't do well, it's a learning experience. Just use it, learn from it, grow from it, and then hopefully next time you'll do better. And if it was just a really fun experience, then that's also a learning experience because you're still learning, you're still growing. And yeah, that's my life advice.
Preach.
I think for me, what I would want to share is to enjoy every second of every minute, do everything that you possibly can. So when you're at the end of the road or at the end of your career or anything like that, you can look back and be happy about it and not regret things that you didn't do. So I would suggest to uh, do everything that you can in the amount of time you have, and don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to get out of the box. Be different, and just be yourself and do everything that you can possibly do. So in the end, when you're all done and finished, you have nothing to regret.
Wow.
that
That was some deep stuff.
definitely a thing about.
Wow. Well, thank you for that, Tuan. That was very
My pleasure.
good news. And same with you, Shania. I enjoyed both of those life lessons very much.
All right.
All
What
right.
is one piece of advice that you can give to someone entering high school?
Okay, I'll start this time. This ties back to like the previous question where I said, do everything that you can. So entering high school will be, a fun time if you participate in events and like color wars and things like that. So high school is really what your high school experience will be based on what you make it. So if you join, clubs, do all these extracurricular activities, color wars, things like that, um, then you'll be sure to have a really fun experience and you'll learn to love it. So yeah, that ties back with the previous life lesson. Is like do everything that you possibly can in high school. So when you're like graduating, when you're on that stage, walking across that stage, you'll be like, I did this. I did all I wanted to do, and you'll have no regrets.
Okay,
You go.
I'll go. Yeah, so mine also ties back to my other thing that I said about everything is a learning experience and just make the most of it. And so like Tuan was saying, like get involved in school in all the different clubs and extracurriculars that we have, but also like even just on the academic side of things, like make the most out of your time. This is school. You are coming to school to learn. And there are so many great courses and just opportunities that you get in high school. And there are so many different things that you might not think you would like unless you try it, and then you might find out that you actually really do like it. So try new things, even just try new courses in class, and in just your schedule that you might not think that you would like. Just step out of your comfort zone a little bit, and like actually pay attention during class. You're not just there to kind of get a mark and get out. Like pay attention. Some of the content is actually really interesting. You would learn a lot of stuff.
Yeah, high school is an incredible experience, and you'll learn so many things and get to experience so many things. So, yeah, make the most out of your high school experience.
And definitely do the courses that you're scared of, because I did a bunch of those this year and I don't regret them at all. So
Scared of.
I didn't want to do accounting, and then I did it and I was like, I love accounting.
That's
Accounting
true.
was a little bit boring, but it was fun. It wasn't fun, but I think like looking back on it, I was like, I'm glad I did that course.
Yeah, because
Sophia just had the time of her life. The jokes and in the news for her was just like, oh my god, this
Mr.
is where I
Callahan,
belong.
Yep, jokes
Yeah.
in the news. That's the whole reason you go to business class.
Obviously,
Not to learn the business stuff, just
you just want the jokes and in the news. That's what it's all about in Cavison's Club.
jokes in the news.
That's iconic.
So the next question is,
Wait, Gio, I think Gio has a question.
Which, if I want to email Miss Farkas, which one should I do?
Aaron,
The next question that you can
Mhm.
answer
Mhm.
is, what are your favorite pastimes?
Like outside of school?
Yeah.
In the summertime, going on drives or traveling or picnics, things like that, things outdoors, recreational activities are probably my favorite pastime. Just to go outside and explore and enjoy the nature and the things around us. So that's probably my favorite pastime.
okay, I don't like going outside.
Yeah, me
Nature's
neither.
dirty. So I stay inside my house. But some of my favorite pastimes is I play violin. That's my favorite pastime. And
really?
piano and a bunch of other instruments, but mainly violin.
You should play us a song one day on Zoom. We should have
Like
a
right
contest.
now. If this applies, hypothetically, if you could go back in time and erase a mistake you made, what mistake would it be?
Yeah, I don't think I'd erase any mistakes. No regrets. Like Tuan would say.
I feel you. I feel you.
I say the exact same thing.
Yeah. I feel like
I think every mistake you made is like
Yeah.
Shania said as well. Like everything's the learning experience and the learning curve. So if you don't have those mistakes, then you wouldn't learn from it.
Hmm.
So I think I agree with Shania in saying that I wouldn't erase anything.
Yeah, it's a really good way of thinking about it.
it is indeed.
So, and to cut this out,
I'll agree with you guys as well as we move on to our next question. And this question, it might be shallow like a wading pool, or it might be deep like Mariana's Trench. But what is the thing that you most value in life?
My family. That's what I'm going with. I value my family most in life. I love them. They support me. I support them. And yeah, we need each other. So that's what I value most.
That is a
Yeah,
good.
definitely. I totally agree with that. I think the relationships you make with, the people you love, your friends, your family, um, I think those are probably the most valuable in life because, no matter what happens or where you are, there's, it's always good to know that there's people there that are, going to support you, going to be there for you, your friends, your family, and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think the most valuable thing in life for me would be, yeah, family, friends, and those relationships that you keep near and dear to your heart.
That's a pretty good answer. I really enjoyed these answers, guys. You guys are two incredible people, amazing people who have contributed so greatly to our council this year. We thank you both once again. You guys were incredible.
Yeah, it was an honor to work with you all, and yeah, thank you.
It really was. I will miss you guys. This is gonna be so
Wow.
sad.
I will miss you as well. Thank you for being a great tutor and guest host on the podcast. This is where Sophia comes in and says something, but she doesn't realize it yet.
Supposed to say something? Oh, hello, listeners. We're now moving to the story section of the podcast.
We are.
As usual, you will hear a fictional story about a character that goes to Holy Cross.
Oh. You'll hear Catherine's famous stories, characters, and lessons. Without further ado, here's Catherine Armitage.
Wait,
All right.
can I add a bit of a further ado?
Yeah.
Catherine, I have a question.
Okay.
Is this gonna end? Like, is this the end of the whole story?
Well, we'll see if it will continue, but for now, it is the ending.
Oh.
Ooh. It's like the end of the season. I like it. Okay. I'm hyped. I'm hyped up for this moment.
All right.
Let's
I
hear
will
it.
mute myself so you don't even have to worry about me.
So here's a recap. The group used the key with the R4 and the G to open the main compartment on the large box in the stairwell. Inside, there was a large glass box with a light. After some confusion, they checked the last riddle, which did not help at all. Taylor noticed that a ghost flew out of the glass box, and Ava theorized that the G meant generator. To end off the last story, 4 ghosts flew out of the box and led them into the vacant math room. Immediately, we started fighting the ghost. We needed to get the piece in one of the ghost's hands, which appeared to be the device that would turn off the light bulb, to hopefully end the ghost in our school situation. The room shortly became full of chaos. The ghosts were flying all around, textbooks were flying, and we were all a mess. Luckily, Max had closed the math door on the way in, or else students would have easily found out about the ghost situation. All three of us and the teachers that had assumed are the only ones that knew about the situation after all this time. We had a lot of time before class to fight these ghosts. We finally got rid of one, but to our horror, more ghosts flew out of the generator. Instead of having 3 ghosts left, we now had 6 ghosts on our hand. This would be impossible if the trend continued like this. We were all starting to feel unmotivated, and this reflected on the next moves by the ghosts. One of the original ghosts took the generator out of my bag, and they flew away. Now we seemed to be backtracking. We had no generators and no ghosts. The 3 of us all felt stumped on what to do next. We had to go to class, and we agreed to meet up at lunch in the stairwell where we had found the generator in the first place. Lunch came fairly quickly, and there we were. We all sat there talking, and then I noticed Ava became fairly quiet. What is it? Look at the box, she replied. It is closed just like it had been before we found the generator. I checked and immediately grabbed the key out of my bag to reopen it. In a blink of an eye, I happily grabbed the generator, which was sitting at the bottom of the box. I turned around and saw the 6 ghosts waiting for us. We started a long fight. This one was less chaotic than the other one in the math room. In under 10 minutes, we had fought every single ghost except for one. This one was tougher and was the most essential. It was the one with the device. It stared at us and was much more energetic than the rest. We finally defeated it and the ghost disappears. We were safe. And we had the device. I honestly cannot describe how the piece works, but Max and I were able to latch it onto the top of the glass box. We smiled at each other. The light bulb burnt out. We had finally put an end to the ghost. We all hoped that this would be the last ghost occurrence at our school forever. All right, Raiders, this ends the story segment for the year. Remember that when you think it's the end, it's not always the end. Taylor, Max, and Ava sure were discouraged after spawning more ghosts and losing the generator, but they eventually were able to defeat the ghosts and earn the generator back. Keep persevering and believing in yourself, and you will complete the task.
Wow, go Catherine, eh?
Oh my
goodness.
God.
That was a great ending. Shania, I know you liked that. You were really
She was
you
like,
were- she was
Thank
really
you,
into
guys.
it.
That was a good one.
Catherine,
woo!
that was a good ending.
Shout
for
out to
this
Catherine for
season.
keeping like how many months on this story? Like
Man,
that's
I can't even do the news every week.
yeah.
Catherine's writing stories like
I can tell you guys after how much words the whole doc is.
Wow.
Yes, let's do that.
But yeah, your stories throughout the whole podcast have been so entertaining and but at the same time there's like this message to the viewers and it's so important and so, you know, it's
So
been a
good.
great journey. I'll miss your stories for sure.
Thank you, guys.
I think you should make like a little magazine that people can subscribe to during the summer. That way when the podcast isn't on, they have something else to subscribe to. But listeners, in the meantime, if you guys like this podcast, feel free to subscribe and click that like button as well.
And if you have questions, things you would like us to talk about, or just to chat with us, leave them in the comment section below.
That is it for this week, Raiders and guests. Make sure to follow at the Army on Instagram and at HC Student Council on TikTok for more information regarding events and news.
We as a team and council would like to thank Twan and Shania for all that they have done for us and for all the memories they've made with us. We wish them all the best for next fall.
We hope you have a fantastic day.
For the last time, I'm Tuan Tran.
I'm Sophia G.
I'm Catherine Armitage.
I'm Dustin Schumann.
I'm Gio Contini.
I'm Shania Patrick.
And this has been HCTV. Take care, listeners. And that is the end of an era, guys.
Oh my God.
The last time that almost made me
Wow.
tear up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the end of a journey. You guys have done a fantastic job the last 20
Done a
minutes.
fantastic job.
I'm trying to get sentimental with you. Dude.
I know.
But jokes aside, you guys have done a fantastic job throughout this, the last 20 weeks, and I can't thank you enough for, agreeing to do this project with me. It was, it started with an idea, and you guys quickly took that on, and we made a pretty strong relationship between all 6 of us, and I cannot be more thankful and appreciative of you guys for joining me on this project, And I hope you guys can continue this next year and have more memories, more fun times, and but yeah, just thanks so much for doing this with me for the last however months. It's been a blast and it's been a journey, and yeah, just thank you.
Thank you for editing.
Thank you for for everything. There's
You know what?
so much editing, and especially for someone who's so busy. Like,
Yeah.
thank you for editing.
I was gonna say.
This is HCTV.